This is going to be different. I'm shooting from a different angle because this is going to need different angles. I'm going to need to see what I'm looking at. So I am back facing camera. So you don't have to look at my face. There's a lot of things that I know. There's a lot of things I can do. There's a lot of things I can do that people say, oh, you're really good at that. And then I doubt myself because that's just my personality. But there's one thing you never want to question me about, and that's engines. It's just, I don't, it's something strange. I don't know. But I'm not sponsored. I don't have high dollar equipment. I don't have the best of the best tooling. But I know everything there is to know about an engine, a gasoline engine. Diesel, I'm working on it. Diesel is, they say it's simpler, but there's a lot more going on, and I'm learning it. I'm learning it because I want to, because I want to know it. But gasoline engine, especially small engine, you can say whatever you want. I know what I'm talking about. So, you guys want to hear about piston rings. Let's talk about piston rings. You've had people say, my motor's smoking. You ever see a lawnmower blowing blue smoke and say, wow, that thing's smoking? And someone's like, hey, the rings are bad. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, I don't have any rings on, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to help you out. Now, this could be, I'm going to make this not long and drawn out, but I'm just going to do some things here. Bear with me. I'm going to make this video as good as I can. This is our piston. Excuse my wonderful thumb. This piston goes in this cylinder right here. And you can see it's a pretty tight fit. But that fit is not perfectly tight. There's some spacing there. And when you have your cylinder head on here, your gasoline and air is coming into the top of the cylinder. It wants this piston to compress it, so it needs to be sealed. It needs to be sealed on the side of the piston. And down here is where all your oil is. Now your oil, because there's pressure inside your crankcase, wants to naturally go up top, okay? But it can't go up top of the piston, because if the oil makes it up here and gets in the combustion chamber area, it's going to smoke blue smoke. That's where piston rings come in. You can see there's 3 grooves on this piston. 1, 2, 3, okay? This is the oil groove. This is your first ring. This is your second ring. Now these 2 rings, one can't do it alone, and I'll tell you why. But so they have 2 rings, okay, on these little small engines. I know everybody out there, there's different motors and they're built different and they do different things, but whatever. This, if you can see, is the oil ring. Okay, the oil ring goes on the lowest groove. Okay, this is the oil ring. You can see it's kind of got a groove in it, and it has a groove in it because when it's put together, it has this spring type material that goes in that groove. Okay, all that ring is doing, its only job is to keep oil from going up to the top. Okay, that's what your oil ring does. It's in your cylinder right here, and he's keeping a tight seal on that cylinder, and in his groove is that little springy looking thing right there, if I can focus on it, that little springy thing. So it's pretty much, it's lubricating the cylinder, but yet it's keeping the oil from going up top. So your oil's splashing from the bottom and it's going up into the cylinder, so it's lubricating it. But this ring's job is to wipe it and not let it get higher than this groove here. Okay, then you have your secondary ring. Your secondary ring is going to go right here on the piston in the second groove, pretty self-explanatory. And then you're going to have your top ring right here. Now, the difference between the top ring and the bottom ring, you can get different kinds of rings. You can get the chromoly or you can get carbon. That's the difference in rings. You can see this is a little darker. This is a carbon ring. Carbon rings usually go in the second groove, and your chromoly in a standard kit will go in the top groove because chromoly will work its way into the cylinder and seat a little better than the carbon will. But when you put these on the piston, so this is going to go in the second groove, the other one's going to go in the top groove. Let me see if I can do a little thing here. So let's say this is on our piston, okay? And you know, it's going to be tight like that. Okay, it's going to be a tight fit. If that's your second ring, your top ring wants to go over here. So its groove is over here. The second ring is over here. Because if you lined them up like that, and you put them in your cylinder, that little bit of groove right there would cause you to lose compression. So therefore you want to have them at least 180 degrees separate. Therefore they can both close up, and it's going to take a lot for the combustion in the bottom of the cylinder or the top of the cylinder to blow by them grooves. Okay, you don't want to line the grooves up. Now, when a ring gets bad, it wears down. You can see the thickness of this ring right here. Okay, just the thickness of it. They will wear down to really, really thin. When they do that, being new, the groove is small. As they wear down, it opens up. So therefore you're losing compression. And if your oil ring does that, if your oil ring loosens up and gets a big gap, then you're going to start putting oil up, and it's going to be getting into the top of the piston, and then you're going to be blowing blue smoke. You're going to be burning oil because the oil is going to be coming up through here, and it's going to go right into there. So if you've ever seen or heard someone say, yeah, it needs a set of rings, that's basically what it's about. That's the simplest explanation I can give you about it. I just wanted to tell you that. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I bore a lot of people, but I do appreciate the people that watch these videos because I just like to teach. My dad taught me a lot, and I just want to teach people, even if they never use it. It's good to know information. See you later.